passenger in life. And when you're ready, you won't have to try, 'cause you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You're a winner. So the king through what is yours, a secret weapon isn't sacred anymore. You're a driver, never passenger in life. And when you're ready, you won't have to try, 'cause you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. Oh, hey. You're a driver, never passenger in life. And when you're ready, you won't have to try, 'cause you are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do. You are the universe, and there ain't nothing you can be. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you, and I believe in me.
Give it up for Elman. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We kindly ask you to proceed to your seats. The 12th Bali Democracy Forum opening session will commence shortly. But before that, allow me to kindly remind you again that there will be sunset cocktail reception at 5:30 p.m. for all heads of delegations, hosted by the Indonesian Foreign Minister. Shuttle bus will leave from the lobby at 5 p.m. We kindly advise all heads of delegation to be at the lobby before 5 p.m. For other delegates, dinner will be provided at Taman Jepun at the outdoor area, located between BNDCC 1 and 2 at 6 p.m.
My baby's always dancing. It wouldn't be a bad thing, but I don't get no loving, and that's no lie. We spend the night in Frisco, any kind of disco. Come that night, I guess I love goodbye. Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, don't blame it on the good time, blame it on the boogie. Blame it on the sunshine, blame it on the moonlight, blame it on a good time, blame it on a boogie. That nasty boogie bugs me, but somehow it has drunk me. Spell my rhythm gets me on my feet. I've changed my life completely. I've seen the lightning lead me. My baby just can't take her eyes away. Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, don't blame it on a good time, blame it on a boogie. Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, blame it on a good time, blame it on a boogie. I just
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please kindly proceed to your seats. The 12th Bali Democracy Forum opening session will commence shortly. Thank you. Foreign Minister of the Republic of Indonesia and other ministers arrived at the venue.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Well, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, 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 yeah, stand by me. Yeah, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Well, darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, 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 yeah, stand by me. Yeah, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, 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 yeah, stand by me. Yeah, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me.
Democracy, one word that transverses human history. A continuous process of our social evolution. Celebration of ideas, diversity, and equality. Over a decade ago, the Bali Democracy Forum was born as a foundation for democratic architecture in the Asia-Pacific region, for countries to explore their principles and values, sharing experiences and best practices based on the principles of equality, mutual understanding, and respect. We have delivered democracy as a strategic agenda in the region to balance economic and political development with peace and stability, promotion of human rights, and respect for humanitarian values. The main principles of Bali Democracy Forum are rooted from three Indonesian archipelagic wisdoms. First, democracy must grow and develop on homegrown initiatives. Second, democracy upholds the values of pluralism and diversity. And third, democracy is inclusive. Now we gather here again in Bali in the 12th Bali Democracy Forum, presenting democracy and inclusivity as our theme.
Inclusive and participatory decision-making is integral to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals and promoting just, peaceful and inclusive societies.
We will venture to the core of democracy and its underpinning principle of equal participation for all. To promote inclusivity, the participatory and equal opportunities in democratic process of our society, and creating a fertile environment for fostering inclusive democracy to ensure peace, political stability, and economic prosperity. Welcome to the 12th Bali Democracy Forum.
Seas ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Welcome to the opening session of the 12th Bali Democracy Forum. We will begin with the welcoming and opening remarks by the Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Her Excellency Retno Marsudi.
I'm every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want it done, baby, I do it naturally. Oh, oh.
Deputy Prime Ministers, Ministers, Ambassadors, Excellency, Yang terhormat Bapak Wakil Gubernur, Member of Parliaments, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, allow me to warmly welcome you all to Bali, to Indonesia. And thank you very much for attending this Bali Democracy Forum, a forum established since 2008. This year, we would like to start a new tradition, a more straightforward Bali Democracy Forum, less ceremonial, thus providing more room for substantive discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bali Democracy Forum was designed to promote and foster progressive democratic values in Asia-Pacific region. The BDF has become the premier platform to share experiences and best practices in encouraging quality, equality, mutual understanding, and inclusivity, managing diversity, including implementing the democracy. There is no one fits all in democracy. While humanity provides us with a common value in human civilization, democracy as a tool of governance will find its strength in relevance when it is in synergy with local wisdom. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, democracy again is a tool. It is not an end to itself. It is a tool to create peace, stability, and prosperity for all. Allow me to share with you a research undertaken by my ministry involving 209 countries' entities to measure the correlation between quality of freedom, democracy means, inclusivity, and the level of fragility. The basic assumption is that the three concepts are intertwined. State tends to be less fragile if they have more freedom and inclusivity, and vice versa. State tends to be more fragile if they have less freedom and less inclusivity. And I'll show you the result of the research. 49% shows an inclination toward correlation between freedom, inclusivity, and level of fragility. 10% shows an inconsistent linkage. 41% shows unaccounted linkage due to the lack of data. Should the data is more complete, I do believe that the number of those who are consistent will be more than 49%. This research shows that countries with more inclusivity will experience less fragility. In the last 2 years, we witnessed local discontent in many countries. Discontent are even taking place in countries that have open election and democratically elected leaders. The majority of countries in turmoil show again low level of freedom and inclusiveness and lead to higher fragility. Therefore, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the success of democracy is strongly linked by the extent of inclusiveness to which every person has the opportunity to contribute to democratic process, and every person can benefit from the fruit of democracy. Let me now share with you Indonesia's thought on how to ensure more inclusive democracy. First, the people must trust toward democracy must be maintained. The people trust toward democracy must be maintained. In the midst of decline in confidence toward democratic institutions, it is our collective duty to restore people's trust in democracy. This can be achieved by ensuring that democratic institutions fulfill the hopes and aspirations of the people. We must also work to ensure that sufficient space remains available for all voices to be heard. Moreover, if views that democracy has failed arise, it must be addressed democratically and not through action that are in contradiction to democratic values itself. Second, and this is very important, we must involve women. To make democracy more inclusive, we must start with women. We are pleased to note that the EIU's Democracy Index 2018 found women's political participation made the most significant advances in the past decade. In Indonesia's case, the Indonesian parliament has just elected a female speaker, the first in the history of our parliament. The Global Women Peace and Security Index measures 3 different dimensions of women's well-being, namely the level of inclusion, justice, and security. The conclusion drawn is that countries are more peaceful and prosperous when women are accorded equal rights and opportunities. I'm very happy that we have a number of female foreign ministers who will share with us their thoughts and experiences on women's role in advancing democracy, and looking forward to hearing their views on how women can be empowered, can fully participate, and be included in all activities and decision-making process. Allow me also to share with you, just last week, Indonesia hosted a dialogue forum between Indonesia and Afghanistan women. The participant came from both urban and rural areas, including areas affected by wars and conflict. And at the end of the meeting, the participants agreed to have concrete follow-up to the meeting, including the establishment of a network between Indonesia and Afghan women. Indonesia foreign policy will continue to give attention to women issues as part of our commitment to implement Resolution 1325 on women, peace and security. Third, we must involve and empower our millennials and Generation Z. The future of our democracy depends on them. Political apathy is not an option, and we must guide our youth to channel their energy and creativity to spur innovation in democracy. As part of our commitment to fully inclusive in building a stronger democracy, in Bali Democracy Forum, alongside the discussion held at governor level, we also conduct discussion, among others, with media, with business, with civil society, and with the young generation, with the youth also. And last night, I had the opportunity to meet this young generation. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us have a collective duty. Our collective duty is to ensure that positive development of democracy in Asia-Pacific continues to grow. Despite the many challenges, the Economist Intelligence Unit Democracy Index notes that for the past 10 years, the average score of democracy in Asia has increased from 5.4 in 2006 to 5.74 in 2016. So let us work together to ensure that democracy delivers, to ensure that democracy and its benefits are as inclusive as possible, for it is an inclusive democracy that can unite, provide hope, and empower. So once again, thank you very, very much.
The 12 Bali Democracy Forum is officially open, and that concluded the opening session. We will continue with group photo, followed by coffee break. For heads of delegation, please proceed to the foyer of this ballroom for the group photo. And for BCSMF, BDSC, and Business Forum participants, group photo and coffee break is located at Hall 4.
Woman, I can hardly express my mixed emotions and my thoughtlessness. After all, I'm forever in your debt. And woman, I will try to express my inner feelings and thankfulness for showing me the meaning of success.
We would like to remind all of you that ministerial panel will commence at 10 a.m. at this very same ballroom.